Hello, my name is Steph Groover, and I'm a graduate student and research assistant at the University of Florida's Anthropology Department. My focus is in archaeology, particularly environmental archaeology. My research revolves around early human environmental interactions along the coast of Peru. Essentially, I'm interested in examining how some of the earliest people of Peru adapted to the landscape, how this process of adaptation affected their everyday lives, and how in return people affected the landscape. The coast of Peru is a hyper-arid desert where the early indigenous groups had to utilize a series of different techniques to adapt or adjust their lives in order to survive things like earthquakes, droughts, and my particular research interest, the El Niño phenomenon. El Niño is a weather event that happens every 4 to 7 years along the coast of Peru. During these events, the portions of the Pacific Ocean around the coast become very warm very quickly, which can make many of the marine animals such as fish, shellfish, and birds flee away in search of cooler waters. This can make things difficult for the coastal people of Peru who rely on these species for food. Another thing that doesn't always happen during El Niño events are these massive rainstorms, which can lead to these catastrophic flooding events, which can wash away crops, houses, and can spread illnesses to people. El Niño events are very serious on the coast of Peru and can make life very difficult. However, despite this, the people in the region were able to not only survive El Niño, but to thrive and create one of the most advanced civilizations in the world, the Inca. I study past El Niño events off the coast of Peru by studying marine mollusks recovered from the trash deposits of archaeological sites. Marine mollusks work as tiny natural thermometers that record the rapid rise of ocean temperatures from El Niño events. So I can identify these past events from the shells and then look at the larger archaeological record to see how people may have adapted or changed their behavior in order to survive El Niño events. My work fits well within the Florida Sunshine Learning Standard SC.5.L.17.1, which revolves around the idea of interdependence, particularly how plants and animals, which includes humans, interact with and depend upon each other and their environment to satisfy their basic needs, such as drinking water, having food, and not being thrown away into the ocean from a flood. In my work with some of the earliest people on the coast of Peru, I found that groups I studied would move away from their homes on the coast to other locations during El Niño events, which was likely done to be closer to more secure and available food resources that they could eat safely and survive with. Though later groups such as the Timu on the north coast would build these massive walls and irrigation systems to divert the water from the floods away from their homes, so people would not have to move away every time there was an El Niño event. There are so many different ways to adapt to El Niño, and I hope to learn more about them through my research. Thank you so much for your time, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Goodbye.